Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for the next 7 days. So it's really exciting because we have little fortune cookies. Well, so we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Group 1 has the red crystal and the red fortune cookie. Group 2 has the blue crystal and the blue fortune cookie. And I'm pretty sure you get where I'm going to go with group 3. You've got here the green crystal and the green fortune cookie. So yeah, I'm super excited actually to see what comes through. Also, I just wanted to mention as well that I am selling fortune cookies like this as well. They're made out of felt, they're handmade, and they have actually got a fortune inside. And they're being sold on my Etsy store. So if anyone's interested, it's Moonlight Tarot Store on Etsy. And also the link is in the description box below if any of you are interested in purchasing those. Also have crystals on there as well. There's handmade beaded bracelets for different intentions as well, which so many of you have seen results with, which is amazing. So if you are interested, check out my Etsy store, free gift with any purchase you make for December. And also if you spend over a certain amount, you also get another free gift. Check out the review section, international shipping and handmade items, pom-poms, tassels, things you can put under your pillow and your wallet, your purse, you can wear, so anklets and necklaces and teas as well. So yeah, check all of that out. I love making things, and I thought I'd include the fortune cookies in there as well. They're super cute. And also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway, but I also do private readings as well. So if you are interested in having one with me, everything is in the description box below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. So I thought I would mention all of that. So we're going to start first of all with group 1. All right, so I'm just going to move everything else to the side so that we can get started. All right, so let's just put that right there. I'm just going to put the crystal there. All right, so group number 1. The next 7 days, we are going to see what is coming through and what messages I can give to you as well. I'm also going to do a charm reading as well as getting out some oracle cards. So we're going to see what the next 7 days are bringing to you. I've just put the crystal there for a bit of decoration so it can sit there nicely. I'm just going to push this back a little bit so we have more space for the cards. This deck is actually brand new for those of you that are wondering. It's absolutely stunning. Want to see the illustrations? Wow. Boom. Ta-da. Ah, you got the Ten of Pentacles as well. Wow, incredible. So, yeah, they're absolutely stunning. So I thought I would use these here. But, wow, the cards you have are pretty lovely. You seem to be very busy here. That's what I'm picking up. We'll get into the fortune cookie in just a little bit. But, the first thing that's really coming and standing out to me is this Eight of Pentacles. And we've also got the World card. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. You've got here the Ten of Pentacles. You've got here the Knight of Wands. You've got the Queen of Wands. You've got the World card. And also you've got here the Guru card, which is very, it's special to this particular deck. We don't usually see this in traditional tarot, but there it is. Wow, okay. And the theme here is red. So your fortune cookie, let's just get in there and get this little message out. So this here says, there's 2 messages actually. So it says, our greatest weakness lies in giving up, which is a quote by Thomas Edison. And the other one here says, strangers are just friends waiting to happen. Something tells me here that there's 2 sort of themes going on, especially with your fortune cookie for the next 7 days, or your fortune, should I say. Your cookie is now empty, but basically, one of them here is definitely showcasing the fact that you're going to have some light bulb moments. I say that because I'm just reminded automatically of Thomas Edison, right? He's the inventor of that, and I feel like you're going to have some aha moments where you're going to realize maybe people that are good for you and people that are not good for you. You're going to have some moments where you recognize some creative ideas that you suddenly get. You might think to yourself, whoa, I really want to do this actually, or whoa, I really want to do that. So you have these new discoveries I feel like you're going to be finding. These new discoveries can literally be anything. They can be business ideas. They can also be hobbies that you suddenly have an interest in. Maybe you're watching something and you think to yourself, wow, I should watch more of this. Or you spontaneously click on something and you think, wow, actually, I'm really interested in this. So quite a few light bulb moments. And the other thing here is not giving up. There's something that's happening here where you're just not wanting to give up on it, because the Eight of Pentacles here, following on from the Seven of Pentacles, shows consistency. It shows progression, right? So you're working hard and you're putting in a lot of consistency and time, even though you've thought about maybe giving up on this particular thing. Could be a person, could be a career or an opportunity. You may have thought to yourself, it's just been taking a lot of time, or it's just been so draining. I'm not sure if I should give up on it. Could be a person where you're thinking, I've just put so much time and effort and energy into this. Is it time now to stop? You might be thinking that. So I can understand your perspective there, but I also feel that there's something here about not giving up and then having a bit of an aha moment, which is quite interesting. And then your other fortune, of course, is strangers are just friends waiting to happen. And this to me showcases that you may meet some friends. Sorry, you may meet some random people that become your friends, like just people that you don't even expect would become your friends to become your friends. They just come in randomly. It could be that maybe you make some online friends, or you go to a particular place and you just click very well with someone. That can happen over the next 7 days, or that you choose to start a conversation with someone that maybe you just haven't talked to in a while, and things just again click. So I think that's really interesting here with your fortune, that's something that's coming through, especially with the World card as well. It can be sort of clicking and connecting with people that maybe are quite far away, but maybe it's someone that you've had in your contact list for a while, whether it's on Friends or Facebook or WhatsApp, etc. So that's very interesting there. So yeah, a lot of creative energy is definitely coming through in the next 7 days, especially with that Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I feel like you might change up your hair or your hairstyle. You may choose to cut your hair or dye it or style it in a different way, or experiment with different hairstyles or products. Like, that's something that's coming through. But also you might choose to change up your style and your looks and things like that, which I think is interesting, because the Queen of Wands is also how you present yourself to others, where I see you being quite creative, and the Knight of Wands is also to do with creativity, just in regards to things around you, again, having those light bulb moments. The World card here is beautiful. You may be making like a vision board. I mean, to be honest, right, when I'm filming this is a timeless reading. However, when I'm filming this, we are sort of approaching mid-December, and around this time a lot of people are thinking already ahead to the next year. They're thinking about goals and dreams and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were making a vision board, or you're making a bucket list, or you're thinking about places you want to go to and things you want to enjoy, sort of trying to lift up your mood and amp up your mood in that sense. But the World can also show connecting to people around the world, which is quite interesting there. Of course, it also represents social media as well. You might also be really intrigued in documentaries about things like climate change. You might be very, very intrigued in documentaries that showcase how certain historical buildings around the world are made or constructed. You might be into like National Geographic and things like that. Animal Planet, there's so many Netflix documentaries as well, and the shows as well. Maybe you're into different TV shows that are not really in your native language, or they're different languages, and you enjoy watching those kinds of things. So that's the World card. It can also be experimenting and eating different cuisines as well. So not what you're usually eating, experimenting out of that as well. Next 7 days seems to be very experimental, I will say, and you're trying new things, which is really exciting here as well. And the Guru here also shows spirituality. So you may be meditating a lot, you might be manifesting a lot, you might be connecting more towards the divine. For those of you that are religious, you may be more connected to your faith. And what I mean by that is you may be just practicing it more, or reading more, and praying more, things like that. So that's what I pick up with the Guru here, which is quite intriguing. This can also be listening to gurus that are doing motivational speeches, or that are putting videos online as well, because there's so many gurus now. You may be into that. And then the other thing, so this deck actually has 2 World cards. You probably already noticed it. This deck actually has a few repeats. So it's interesting how you got double World, which I didn't just realise until now. I was like, oh yeah, of course. But yeah, so as I mentioned, there's a lot going on in terms of you watching, reading, ingesting, like, different cuisines, but also in terms of history and information, also taking that in, or maybe communicating with people around the world. There's a lot happening in regards to that. Perhaps also over the next 7 days, you're keeping up with the news a lot, which I think is also very interesting. You may be posting things around the world as well, maybe sending gifts abroad. There's a lot of that that's happening here, or receiving gifts from people who live in other places. So there's a lot of sort of worldwide stuff going on here. We've already sort of spoken about the Seven of Pentacles. This is also about reflection, but it's also about thinking about the people that are around you, who is worth being around and who is not, who's good for you, who is not. It's some of those things as well. And the Ten of Pentacles here is about stability. Overall, the next 7 days look to be very stable, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and also financially as well. I feel like you're really looking at your finances and you're thinking, how can I be more stable? How can I utilize my ideas, my creativity, myself? That's what I'm seeing. Some of you may also be super into like painting, drawing, and experimenting with different things as well, or decorating. That's something I'm also picking up on quite significantly. So now let's go to the Oracle cards. Also, the red here represents passion, so I'm not surprised that you've got this sort of creative energy bubbling up to the surface as well. If some of you wanted sort of more of a love message, I think the main love message here is not giving up on someone or something, because you may have felt tempted to do so, but I feel like this entire sort of reading is saying give it a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. That's literally what it's saying. Also around this time, people tend to be a little bit more down as well, so if they're acting a little bit funny around you, I think it's worth being a bit patient, because there's some really awful stuff happening also around this time of the year as well. People don't feel so great, so just, sort of holding the horses a little bit so that you don't also regret any fast-paced decisions you make can be a good thing too. All right, so let's get these Oracle cards. See what else the next 7 days is bringing you. You may also be... that red is really sticking out to me. You might be wearing red, or a lot of red, or you may be supporting, teams that are red, for example. You may be eating foods that are a little bit more red in colour. You might be thinking, what foods are red? Well, there's like pizza and pasta and ketchup. There's a lot of red foods actually when you think about like spices as well, chilies and things like that, bolognese and those kinds of things, whether you're vegetarian or not, or vegan or not, whatever your diet is. I'm just basically seeing, like red, peppers and tomatoes and anything that's like red. I see here that you're consuming some of that here. So that's interesting, isn't it? Wearing red, seeing a lot of red, eating red stuff. Okay, so yeah, look at that. I love when everything just connects and the dots connect. So remember I mentioned here that you may be making a vision board, right? You've got here abundance planning. And like I mentioned as well, a lot of people do this for the upcoming year. You've got the number 1 here as well, which showcases the fact that I feel like you're really thinking about the next year as well, and you're thinking about what you want to achieve, how you want to feel, the people you have around you. So for sure, I see here you either making vision boards, abundance planning, manifesting, which is something I also mentioned as well. Sometimes I feel like I'm psychic or something. It just all comes together. So there you go. If you're a bit of a skeptic when it comes to tarot, trust me, it just all fits together. So here you go with this as well. What's it got on here? It's got living expenses. So we talked a little bit, actually, I think some of the stuff that's actually written in this book make a lot of sense for your situation. It's just really tiny, so I have to read it very up close. So we mentioned here, you also thinking about your finances and wanting to be more stable. It says here education/business. Remember I mentioned very, very early on as well that you may get some really interesting light bulb moments which could actually be for business. I actually specifically mentioned the word business as well. We got self-development, which is also about your spiritual path or your religious path, which I also mentioned here, and taking care of yourself. So that's interesting. Yeah, a lot of self-development here that can happen over the next 7 days. We've got savings as well, which again, I feel like you really want to focus on that too. So that's what we've got there. Travel. So we have got the world energies here. Some of you may be traveling, but again, as I mentioned, it could mean so many other things, right? It could be you sending things that are then traveling. You may be receiving things that have traveled, a long distance to get to you, etc. We got here free, which is quite interesting. I think part of this is also freeing yourself and not being afraid to be yourself. Keep track of your finances, which again, we kind of already discussed that as well, but perhaps thinking about where you're spending your money and where it's going. Maybe part of this as well with these here is also about budgeting as well. Some of you might be making budgets, and it also says here, don't shop when you're hungry. That is such a good tip, because some of you might be doing this, okay, where you go into a supermarket or you go shopping or you go somewhere when you're really hungry and you end up buying so many more things than you actually need. So that's a tip. Don't go shopping when you're hungry, unless you want to, of course, but yeah, actually that's a really good tip. So yeah, and then it also says here make as well. So make is of course quite creative. So it's the little details as well. Like all of those things that we just saw on that list make sense to your situation as well. That's pretty incredible how that oracle card has just connected so beautifully. Okay, let's get one more out as well. This might be one of my favourite readings I've done because it just all comes together. You've chosen group number 1. Whoa! Wow, I still have to do the charm reading as well. That's going to be really fascinating to see how it all just ties together. Alright, and here we go. So this one here says, spend time with animals. Maybe you have your own pet, or maybe someone close to you has a pet, but I feel here that there's some energy here about animals. This can also be just going outside and admiring the birds singing. It can also be maybe going to a place where there are animals and just appreciating them. When you pet an animal, by the way, not saying you should do this in the wild or anything, be very careful, but say for example you do have a pet, it can actually release feel-good chemicals in your body as well that can make you feel so much better and happier, calmer and things like that. So yeah, that's really nice here. If you have animals or you live around them, spend some time just observing them or getting close to them if you're safe enough to do so, of course. It can just make you feel better, or just listening to the birds. Very simple things. It can just make you feel good, or looking at the squirrels, so that's what we've got there. Let's go with the charms now and see what's happening. So you've got a red tray as well. Ta-da! Oh wow, Jesus, that's amazing. Yeah, well, I mentioned Jesus, okay? I did mention here, look, some of you might be on a religious path. Obviously, there are many religions, but the reason I said that was just because it's connected once again. This reading has not failed me at all. Yes, this makes all the meditation before a reading so worth it. I spend hours meditating before I do readings, and it just is bang on. You've got here 2 crystals that represent the root chakra. This is pretty close to red, okay? Very, very close to red. Your root chakra is about stability. It is about trying to maximize stability. And again, this connects here with everything that I talked about with the red as well. Sure, it's a little bit, off color, but you get my point here, is that this is connecting you to the fact that Tuesday, okay, the next Tuesday coming, or if you're watching this on a Tuesday, is an amazing, amazing day to wear red and to eat red, because it is the day of Mars, okay, which means that the day of Mars, the next Tuesday coming your way, is a very, very big day to also cleanse your energies, and to do that is to support the colour red, all right, by eating red foods and also wearing red as well. So that's really interesting. Tuesday is a big day. You can also receive some interesting messages on Tuesday from spirit guides or in your dreams and things like that, okay? So Tuesday is the Mars day. Yes, every day is actually ruled by a planet, believe it or not. So you've also got the leaf here as well. So this can be, going out in nature, or maybe doing some interior decoration. See here, that banana leaf. I think it's a banana leaf, right? That's interesting. It's got this kind of like tropical vibe, which I also see here in this card as well. Maybe some of you enjoy rainforests or you live near one, but obviously not everybody does, but there's something about like rainforests or being quite intrigued about that I'm seeing. You've also got a monkey as well, which is about playfulness, and again, it kind of reminds me of that exotic energy. There's something exotic that's brewing here. What's happening? Is this place on your bucket list? with traveling with the world cards, I want to know. We've also got a starfish as well. Oh, wow. What a combination. You got a full stop as well. That's really about focus as well, and just not, continuing the same like thought pattern and process, and being able to move forward in exciting new paths as well. We've also got here the love charm as well. So something lovely can happen over the next 7 days that's also to do with love. And we've got here this plant, which is about bloom and personal growth and development as well. Again, your root chakra is very, very strong here over the next 7 days, so meditating on your root chakra can help you. Remember, the next Tuesday, so the Tuesday closest to whenever you watch this reading, taking on board some of that advice of wearing red and eating more red foods can actually be really great, because it's connecting you to Mars. And I know Mars is the planet of war and everything, but actually can sort of cancel out negative energies that maybe, you're kind of that you're encountering. There we go. So that's what I'm seeing for you. It can actually put a full stop to some of those things, which is very interesting here. So that's your reading. Group number 1, that is your reading. How interesting was that? This is definitely like one of the most exciting readings I think I've done in a long time. It just all kind of came together with the oracle cards, with the tarot cards, messages, the cookies, the charms. It just all came together, which is incredible. It just connected so beautifully. So this is your reading. If this resonates, let me know in the comment section below. Definitely don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy. And take care, everyone. Take care, everyone. Take care, everyone. Okay. So I'm just gonna put those in there. Oh, I'm also wearing red bracelets as well. See all this red that we have got going on. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let's put this here. Oh, let's take this, put it there. Let's take this. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Group number 2, this is the next 7 days for you. This is a timeless reading from whenever you watch it. So I've just put your crystal there as a form of decoration. It really does just brighten everything up. I feel like the blue is just so beautiful and bright. It just pops, doesn't it? Especially the fortune cookie as well. We'll get into that in just a little second. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm also selling these on my Etsy as well. They're all handmade. They're all unique and different. No 2 cookies are the same, essentially. So that's rather exciting in terms of the message, of course. So yeah, if you're interested, check out the description box below. All right, wow, interesting cards here that you have. So next 7 days, first of all, you've got the 2 of Wands, you've got here the Empress, you've got the 4 of Swords here, you've got an itchy nose, you've got the 2 of Cups here. I have an itchy nose, not you. I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you do have an itchy nose, but we've got Justice, the Hermit. Wow, these illustrations are absolutely beautiful. We've got here the 6 of Wands and the High Priestess. This deck is called the Backlight Tarot, so just thought I'd let you know. All right, so next 7 days, we have got here some rest, for sure. I also see here some isolation. I see lots of learning and growing. I see you very well connected to yourself and your intuition and how you are towards yourself and how you behave towards yourself. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but I definitely feel like you're much more connected to yourself than you have been in the recent past weeks or months. If you've been through some really hard, difficult, challenging times, I really feel that things are starting to calm down, which is good. I see here peace, I see calm, I see you being able to sleep a lot better in the next 7 days. I see you being able to rest a lot better. And for those of you that have struggled to, maybe you've been doing meditation and things, but you've been struggling to keep that mind quiet, next 7 days, great for meditation. Great. Try it, okay? Try it. Even if you're someone that's never meditated, next 7 days, really great for you to meditate and to it's just better. It's just so much better. I think astrologically as well, it's just better for you. Now, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you've clicked on this video, it can still make sense for you. It can still be a really great time astrologically too, right? That's what I'm trying to say, is that whenever, sometimes we're just destined and guided to click on certain videos and to watch certain readings, and I believe that that is in itself also divine timing. So I feel like you're watching this, it's divine timing whenever you're watching this, and the next 7 days are incredible for resting, for recovering your energy. Maybe some of you have had, some illnesses, or maybe you've sort of like injured yourself, and it's a great time, next 7 days, to recover, but to rest and also to meditate. So you've got here this sort of like peaceful energy there as well. Also, you've got the Empress as well. This is really about self-love. It's also about taking care of yourself as well. It's also very much so to do with Venus. And the Empress as well is a strong energy about doing things for yourself and trying not to always just people please. So that's a message and an energy also coming through. I feel like you're not going to be people pleasing that much over the next 7 days. You're going to be trying to please yourself, and that's incredible. Okay, so yeah, definitely less people pleasing and more for yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Two of Wands here is also about thinking about potential like trips or places you want to go, which is interesting. You're looking out into the world, you're thinking, okay, there's so many possibilities. Yes, there's a pandemic, but I feel like many of you here are thinking about the future. You're thinking about what it is that you want to do more of, what you feel like you should do less of. So you're contemplating all of those kinds of things as well. The Empress can also represent here that someone's really thinking about you and thinking about all of those beautiful qualities that you bring to the table. So someone here is very, very obviously thinking about you, is wanting to spend more time with you. And I think that part of this is that you're not people-pleasing people, obviously, people-pleasing people, and you're also taking more care of yourself, which is projecting more of people's energies towards you so that they treat you a lot better over the next 7 days, but also that you're giving energy to yourself rather than others. Therefore, people are forced to use their own energy to think about you rather than you giving them free energy. Does that make sense on a spiritual level? I feel like it makes sense. And then also the Two of Cups here shows that there's someone that's really thinking about you, someone that really does have feelings towards you, really does love you, and they just need to communicate that across to you, because some of you may not really feel like they do, which is interesting. They might be keeping it hidden. See the Hermit as well. Something's hidden from your view. A Hermit also is an energy of isolation. You might be spending more time by yourself, but I feel like you're enjoying it. You're enjoying it. Spending more time in your little cave or your little room or in your home, enjoying time, enjoying doing things for yourself and spending time with yourself. I think that you're feeling good about yourself. And also you've got Justice as well, and Justice here is about learning. It's about education, it's about growth. So you might be doing maybe online courses or classes. You might be reading lots of different books, trying to educate yourself on certain topics. You might also be watching lots of videos on YouTube, trying to educate yourself on different things that you want to learn, ways in which you want to grow. Justice here is really about personal development, personal growth, and you might be watching different TV shows or films based on things that you want. I would say that this is more so non-fiction, all right? So well, obviously, like when you're learning about certain things, it's more so non-fiction, but there are things that you can learn about which are fiction, right? But I feel like you're really into sort of like the non-fiction kind of stuff in the next 7 days. And you've also got the Six of Wands, which is quite exciting. The Six of Wands is about some kind of joy, celebration, joy. I'm just saying, you've got some good things coming your way here. Unexpected, you know. But that Six of Wands, again, there's someone here that cares a lot about you but isn't necessarily telling you everything. So that's quite interesting, whether they're going to use their throat chakra to communicate that across, because, you know, blue represents the throat chakra, it represents communication. So then there's that, and the throat, of course. So, yeah. That's interesting. And also you've got the High Priestess as well, ruled by Pisces. Pisces is quite a... When I think of Pisces, I think of water. So again, I think of blue. So for many of you, I also feel like there's an energy of water. Like you might be taking a bath. Some of you might decide to... And I was thinking of the energy of swimming. I mean, it depends. Some people have private swimming pools, you know, in their home, as you do. But maybe there's this energy of some of you maybe going to the beach or going swimming. I mean, I know there's a pandemic as well, but, you know, there's something about like water, swimming, sort of being like not immersed in it. What's the word? Being in water and actually really enjoying it. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, at this time of the year, it's quite cold, isn't it? That's why I feel like there's this energy here of like taking a bath and in a very spiritual way. That's very interesting. But also enjoying showering or taking baths. That's also something I see. Like you'll find it very therapeutic over the next 7 days. So then there's that as well, which I think is obviously quite significant in many ways. This is a very interesting reading for sure. But yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of growing, a lot of taking care of yourself. There we go. There's the fortune cookie. I just got the fortune outside. I just got it out. So yeah, I feel like here you're communicating with yourself, you're taking care of yourself. You've also got just this absolutely beautiful crystal, which reminds me of ice. It reminds me of like a glacier as well. Some of you might be really interested in learning about that. So it could be that you're learning about literally that, but also Pisces here is connecting you to your emotions as well and connecting you more to yourself. And again, I feel like you're really also healing and sort of just going with the flow. So again, that's where the water is also coming from, is that you're going with the flow. You're allowing the water to sort of take you in the direction that you're going, not physically, but in a spiritual way. You're just going with the flow, and you're not trying to force things. There you go. That makes sense now. There we go. Okay, so it says here, happy is as happy does. Oh my god, that makes so much sense, doesn't it? Happy is as happy does. That's literally what you're doing. You're not pushing things to happen, you're not forcing things, you're just letting things flow very naturally, and you're doing so in a way that just makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, makes you feel content. And then the other one here is it's never too late. I don't know if you can see that. It's never too late. So if some of you are thinking like, oh, I really enjoy this particular topic, or I really think that I would have made a good this and this, in terms of career, it's never too late. Because I feel like some of you are trying to learn about different things, or you're thinking about setting up your own business, but then you're thinking, is it too late? No, it's not. It's not too late. Happy is as happy does. Keep that in mind. Next 7 days, you might be thinking to yourself, I would have made a really good doctor, or would have made a really good artist, or would have made a really good leader in this particular company. It's never too late. Never too late. Whatever your realizations are here, they're pretty solid. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, so let's see oracle card wise what we have. La, 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 la. I'm going to go for 2. See what comes out. La, 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 la. Keep yourself hydrated in the next 7 days. It's just something else I'm thinking. I'm just thinking of water. I look at this set of like the fortune cookie and the crystal, and I just really makes me want to like drink a glass of water. Da, 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 da. Nothing wants to come out here. Okay, there we go. Ooh, look at this. This is literally what I mentioned, right? This is not you forcing anything. This is you just doing your own thing, resting, recovering, retreating, just going with the flow. I know there are some people that say like, oh, any dead fish go with the flow. That's not true. That is not true. Sometimes in life we have to go with the flow and just see where it takes us. And that's okay. That's okay, right? Like when we sleep, we're not trying to force it. We're not like, oh my god, I have to sleep. Our body just does its own thing. And sometimes, yeah, it's hard to sleep. But when you just naturally sleep, it's not like you're telling your body every 3 seconds, okay, I'm sleeping now. It's just very natural. And that's what's happening here, is that you're just allowing things to happen. So 4 of Swords, number 4. There you go, right? There's the connection there as well. So again, really great for resting, recovering, next 7 days, meditation. It's a repeated message, but there you go, it's a confirmation as well. Taking some time off as well for the next 7 days can be really good for yourself. Got here chanting, so this also represents like sort of yoga as well, meditation again, mantras and chants. again, really great time over the next 7 days to go into all of that. And it can be really balancing, can be also very healing. It can also be very calming. That's what I'm seeing there. Calming, just like water, right? Go with the flow, take care of yourself. It's the best thing to do. And then for your charms, I see here with my eye, I spy with my little eye. La, la, la. Ooh, I spy a little fish. Wow, go with the flow. See, you got again more blue. More blue. Some of you might be seeing a lot of blue. I'm just saying, you might be seeing a lot of blue things. I mean, there are a lot of blue things in general. For example, if I show you some of my decorations, the wall in my little room here is also blue. So I see this every single day. But blue is in just seeing blue skies. You may be seeing, again, I don't know, what else is blue? Oh my god, you know when you have to think on the spot, you're thinking, wow, what is blue? Well, I live near the beach, so I see blue ocean a lot. Also, when I see social media sites, you know, like Skype or Outlook or Facebook, they are also blue. Twitter is blue. So I see a lot of blue, and I know it sounds really bizarre, but when you guys encounter the next 7 days, you'll know what I mean, where you just keep seeing things that are blue and you're like, whoa, like, you know, this is just so random. It's like out of the blue. So basically, you'll see a lot of blue out of the blue. Something I'm seeing. And yeah, go with the flow, okay, over the next 7 days. There's also this sort of Pisces energy that's coming through as well. I mean, it may be that you're a Pisces, but more so than that, it's connecting you to your intuition and yourself, which I think is the most important thing. Like, this is really about yourself. It's about how you feel towards yourself and not trying to be anything but yourself. You know, the High Priestess is also about intellect. It's also about learning. It's also about growing, and it's also about your third eye chakra. So it's about activating that, which you see here with, again, all of those things I mentioned with meditation and resting, recovering, taking care of yourself, going with the flow of things. And you've also got a tricycle as well. So baby steps, right? Especially if some of you are learning these different spiritual techniques and things like that. Some of you might choose to sort of learn how to ride a bike, or to just sort of take things one step at a time. Again, because, you know, the tricycle is like baby steps, or, you know, having those little stabilizers on. But yeah, makes me want to ride a bike, even though I can't. So I probably have to take the tricycle. You've also got this love heart as well. See, I think as well, there's someone that has feelings for you, but they're not being 100% upfront with you. Obviously, blue also represents the throat chakra. So you might be trying to just mind your own business and do your own thing and let them just communicate this to you when they're ready. So that's something that I'm seeing. But yeah, blue also represents the throat chakra, and we know that Taurus is ruled by the throat chakra. So again, there's a sign there that could represent something, Taurus. We've also got here, of course, Pisces. We've got Libra as well, which is another very obvious sign that's come through, and Virgo. So I thought I'd just mention that as well. And the other two as well is, you know, with the Venus, again, you've got Taurus and Libra as well. So that's really interesting there as well, because Venus rules Libra and Taurus. Oh, starfish. I did also talk about the beach a little bit, so that's interesting. And of course, you've got a fish as well, so there could be something to do with the beach over the next 7 days. You've got a ring here as well, so again, there's someone that really cares a lot about you. That's interesting. Rings represent commitment as well, but this is also commitment towards yourself. You've got the heart chakra crystal. This is also about calmness, serenity, and solitude, which obviously with that hermit energy, you are really trying to take on board for yourself, and you're trying to put yourself in that particular place. And this just really goes very beautifully with this particular card, you know, this really pastel, beautiful energy, which is very calming as well. So opening up your heart chakra, as we see here with that Venus energy, but more so, of course, for yourself. So that's interesting. And then you've got here, you're the best. So it's really obvious that there's someone here that feels a lot towards you in regards to love. Like, their feelings are super, super strong towards you. They admire you. They think so much about you. You've also got the eye here, so your focus is on yourself. They may be focusing on you, but your focus is on yourself and on your personal growth, your personal development, and you. And I think that's actually really healthy as well, because I don't see you as a narcissist. I don't see you as a sociopath, okay? I see you as someone that just wants to take care of yourself, and that's okay, okay? I don't see you as extremely selfish or any of those kinds of things. You're a very kind, caring person, and from time to time it's important to take care of yourself as well. And you've got here this crystal with this little petal in it as well. You're quite delicate yet strong. You know, that's kind of composition I see there. And you've got here the bird with the branch as well. So this is again about sort of taking baby steps and taking care of yourself. You may also be kind of looking out and hearing birds chirp in the background and things like that in the mornings or in the evenings, or see lots of birds in general. If you see a lot of birds as well, it does also connect to sort of the messages of your spirit guides also telling you that it's okay to be free, it's okay to take care of yourself as well. And you may come across feathers as well. That's something I'm seeing, and that really shows protection as well towards yourself and your path. So that's what I'm seeing over the next 7 days. I hope you enjoyed my little song. So this is your reading group number 2. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items which are on Etsy, including the fortune cookies which are on sale as well. And yeah, take care everyone. Take care. Take so much care. Take lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of care. Okay, so yeah, that's your reading. And now we're going to go to group number 3. Let's put that in there. Let's put the cookie over there. Fortune over there. Crystal over there. Cards over here. Okay. Hey, group number 3, this is your reading with me. That kind of rhymed. For the next 7 days. So I've just put your crystal here. It's beautiful and green, as we can see. Let me show you. Ta-da! Okay. And then I've also got your fortune cookie here as well. So that's what I got. I know there's a thread hanging. I really forgot to cut that bit off. I do apologise. My finishing skills were a little bit unfinished there. Okay, so we're going to see the next 7 days. This is a timeless reading from whenever you click on it. And like I mentioned as well, the handmade fortune cookies will be on sale as well, and they do have a fortune in them. There's actually 2 messages in there, so yeah, if you're interested, link is of course in the description box below, like I mentioned before. I'll get into that in just a little bit. I'll show you the cards first, so let's do that. Okay, so first we've got the Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Strength card, you have the Ace of Cups with the Page of Pentacles, and let's just move that along a little bit. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. I love these illustrations. They are so unique. I love the unique decks that people come out with nowadays. This is the Backlight Tarot. You've got the 9 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 4 of Pentacles as well. How cool does that look? That looks so cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. So, I'm also going to do a charm reading and we'll get some oracle cards out as well, but let's just talk about these cards for a little bit. So the Ace of Pentacles here is nice. This shows here some form of money flowing in. This also shows here you looking for opportunities that are to do with money. So you might be scouring the internet, trying to look for certain opportunities. Maybe you're looking for certain jobs, or maybe you're trying to find ways to boost your income, maybe by doing little bits here and there. So that's quite interesting because I see you doing that. You also might be selling things here and there to just make a little bit more money on the side, maybe selling clothes or maybe furniture or making things and selling things. But I see you doing here something to get some kind of money back to boost your income, which is not a bad thing, right? So that's the Ace of Pentacles here, and you can be quite successful with it over the next 7 days, so long as you stay consistent with it, of course, and you put in the work towards it. That's quite important. So that's nice to see with the Ace of Pentacles. You're feeling pretty good. in that sense. Strength card here as well. If you've been dealing with some really difficult times, you're feeling much stronger over the next 7 days, which is beautiful. I like to see that, and that's really nice. There was a 7 days reading that I did, I think, was it last week or the week before? Oh my gosh, it was the purple group. You guys know who you are if you clicked on that video. It was hard. It was really difficult. But when I watched, looked through the comments, actually, I just saw how many of you had truly struggled. And you were like, wow, that is so accurate. Regardless, whether you watched that video or not, if you have been struggling, this here is showing that at some point, those struggles will come naturally to a bit of a halt. It won't continue forever. And the next 7 days, you will see that slowly but surely, it's not becoming the focus of your life, which is great. The strength card here shows you living more in love rather than fear, and it also shows you feeling happier with the circumstances around you as well. So things are improving in the areas that you have felt not so great about. It could have been love, it could have been friendships, it could have been the whole pandemic situation also as well, that's just really been affecting so many people. Not just in terms of health, but also in terms of family, losing people, loved ones especially, or their career situations as well. Things are getting a little bit better, all right, over the next 7 days. You're starting to feel a little bit more uplifted and uprooted. It's good stuff. It really is. And I think it's just what people need around this time as well. And rightly so, rightly so, you deserve to feel better. Ace of Cups, seriously, emotionally you're feeling much, much better. You're starting to feel like, okay, my cup is filling up, I'm feeling stronger, I'm feeling more content, things are coming together, I got this, like it just can't go. You know what I mean? Like it just can't go. So you're feeling so much better, so much stronger. I also see here you sharing ideas and emotions with people and being understood. I see here someone can also open up to you as well, which is interesting. Could be a friend, a family member, or it could be a lover. Someone here is opening up to you. Some kind of truth is coming out here. Also with the Page of Pentacles, someone is really bringing out some truth to you. And this is good stuff, actually. This is not like some kind of truth that like ruins your life. It's the kind of truth that actually opens you to see a bigger, wider perspective into things and makes you go, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. And it makes you feel better. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. That's what I see here. It makes your heart feel full. Speaking of the heart, we've got here green, and that's what you've chosen. Green represents the heart chakra. It also represents nature as well. So I feel like people have a good nature around you as well in the next 7 days. Obviously that also represents like as in, nature is in like trees and things like that, leaves, but I just feel here that people have a good nature towards you in the next 7 days, and they have a good heart towards you, and people are being quite truthful and honest as well over the next 7 days, and someone here is reopening up to you as well, and I think that's quite nice. Let's appreciate that. That's quite nice. Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, by the way, it's Jupiter energy, and this again shows money situations, right? So some of you may have been struggling with money. Well, things are getting better. You're also taking the initiative, like I mentioned very much so at the beginning, to do things here to also attract that towards you. This energy also shows that luck can come your way. Some of you may win the lottery. That's something I'm seeing. I mean, when I say win the lottery, I don't always mean like millions and billions or how much. I don't think they ever put billions in the lottery, do they? I think once they did, wasn't it in America? I've never heard of billions in the UK, but anyways, that's beyond the point, right? There's still a lot of money, but I'm not seeing like millions and millions and millions or hundreds of thousands. I'm seeing, just a nice chunk, so some of you may actually win the lottery. Some of you may get some form of inheritance or something like that, but over the next 7 days here, you're getting, a good substantial amount. I feel like when people see the Wheel of Fortune, they automatically think, oh my god, that's like millions and billions, isn't it, Moonlight? I mean, for some people, yes, but not for everybody. I wish it was, but it's not for everybody. So Wheel of Fortune just shows you feeling quite lucky. You may also get gifted some money from your relatives. Someone may, from your family, may decide, I'm going to gift you something to do with inheritance or heirloom, so that's what I think about. Wheel of Fortune is not just about sort of like the riches in terms of like the value of the money and how much it is, but it can also be the value of like something so sentimental, being gifted something that belonged to somebody in your family, for example, that maybe doesn't have that money value, but it has that sentimental value as well. And that's priceless, really is, right? In many ways, you can't always put a price on those kinds of things. So I hope some of you get my gist here, where you could be getting something that actually is quite priceless as well. For example, someone opening up to you could be your way of being like, wow, that's worth so much more than that much money. You know what I mean? But I also see money coming in for you at the same time. But I just thought I'd explain that in that way. Nine of Pentacles is about abundance. It's also about self-confidence, self-esteem, and your self-worth really rising. And you're feeling so much better about yourself and the way that things are going. So you're feeling really good here, which I think is great to see. I think that you are feeling better within yourself. And I also see here you not being bitter about certain things that may have happened in your past as well that have maybe really got you down. You're finding all your power. You're finding all your strength, as we see here. And I would highly recommend you guys to meditate on your heart chakra. So when you meditate, visualize your heart chakra glowing green. That's such an incredible meditation that can lift you out of any sort of dark energy that you're feeling, or if you've been surrounded by people that are really toxic, it can just really lift you a little bit more out of that, give you a little bit more peace, a little bit more comfort as well. That can be amazing for your own personal energy and your own gains in that sense. And the other thing as well that I'm really picking up, which I think is quite important personally, is that the Nine of Pentacles here reminds me of like a jukebox. So you might be connecting to music that you really just enjoy and dancing or having fun or singing along to your favourite songs. And, whether you do this by yourself or with others, you're just really enjoying things over the next 7 days, right? Enjoying little things. You got the Chariot here. Chariot is Cancerian energy. So you got this yin and yang energy, which is also about balance with those two Sphinx. Some people ask me, like, did you just sort of make that up, the whole yin and yang thing? Actually, the history of tarot shows with Tao as well and the two Sphinx that it's actually it represents in symbolism yin and yang. So no, I didn't make it up. No, I didn't. It's in books. It's in published books about tarot, and also the Ten of Pentacles really does represent the Kabbalah as well. Look that up if you wanted to. It's funny. I read the comments and I totally get where some of you are coming from, because it's sometimes when when you don't know the sort of symbolism, it's like trying to understand it can be like, really, is that really what it means? It's like, yeah, that is what it means. But you need the two Sphinx there to drive the chariot, right? Anyways, so yin and yang, actually, since we brought it up as well, you may feel very balanced here over the next 7 days, and you may feel very content. You may also feel that even though there are sort of like certain circumstances that are grey areas, sometimes in life there's also, the black and white, where there is a right and there is a wrong, and also, of course there are grey areas in between as well. But I really feel here that you're trying to take yourself to a place where you just feel really balanced within yourself and your own personal truth, and you're not trying to define yourself upon something else that someone has done. So maybe in the past you dealt with someone who was just not very nice towards you, but then maybe you looked at things from the grey area perspective and you thought, oh, maybe I'm the problem, maybe I'm doing things like this, I'm doing things like that, and you may have not completely blamed yourself. You still may have thought like, oh, that person's not maybe the best. But then I also feel at the same time that the grey areas may have kept you in certain situations longer than you needed to be. So here you are approaching things from a more black and white perspective, where you're thinking more so about sort of the balance of things overall, rather than just staying stuck in the grey areas and just rolling with that. So actually you're coming from a very balanced perspective in regards to this chariot, and you're looking at things from both sides, right? Not just one side or just the grey area where you feel like, you're in the wrong, but actually from a very balanced perspective. You may also be taking a trip over the next 7 days as well, which could be happening, I see here. So chariot is also about traveling, and the Four of Pentacles here is it's sort of like got this city kind of energy to it, but this actually can be just enjoying your own company, right? Stability, being a bit more stationary in your own energy, taking a you know, a trip maybe, but spending time with yourself is what I see there mainly. So that's what we've got there. And again, you've got this sort of peaceful energy here as well. Maybe not trying to spend time with people that are not so great towards you. You know what I mean? I don't know why I just grabbed the charm tray. I still need to do your fortune as well as the oracle cards. So bear with me for a second. I'm just going to put the charm tray back for a second. Okay, so your fortune here says, keep your chin up. Remember, I did feel like some of you have been through some difficult times, and this reading is very different to group 1 and group 2, so it makes a lot of sense in that sense. There you go. Your fortune is telling you, keep your chin up, all right? Keep your chin up, otherwise your crown's going to fall. Remember. And this one here says, gratitude. Hold on a second. Gratitude is the sign of noble souls. So that's a quote by Aesop. Gratitude is the sign of noble souls. I feel like you're quite grateful here for little things. I also feel that you're maybe practicing gratitude quite a bit over the course of the next 7 days, and being quite grateful for things that you do have, or for things that are improving in your life as well. And I feel like there's someone here that wants to tell you something for sure and open up to you because they feel grateful to have you also in their life as well. So yeah, you may be connecting with some family members or friends as well that just tell you, you know, I'm so grateful to have you in my life. So that's what we've got there. What a beautiful fortune as well. Like I mentioned, I am also selling those as well. So yeah, check those out if you're interested. So let's see, Oracle cards. Dun, dun, dun. Typical, isn't it? Got so many. I'm going to take the first two. All right, so here we go. La 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 la. So we've got here journal. Yeah, this can be you writing down your thoughts. Some of you may literally be doing some journaling. Others of you might be doing it on a computer. Writing down your thoughts, you know, in the notes section or something. But I definitely feel like you might be sort of writing down all your feelings and all your thoughts and things that you've been through and just getting it all out there. So that's something I see there. And then you've also got here flow like water. So this is again about just sort of going with the flow, allowing things to naturally progress, not trying to force things, and just flowing like water. And that is pretty much that. So it's actually quite relaxing as well, I think, as well, when you sort of go with the flow of things and you're not trying to rush things, push things. In that sense, it's actually quite natural. It's quite progressive. I think it's really beautiful and it's lovely in that sense. So it feels good. I think it feels good. It's a nice energy. Okay, so that's what we have got there. Nice. Okay, and let's do a charm reading. So you're going with the flow here, feeling pretty good, much better than in the past. Sorry, all you get is a shot of my my arm. Okay. Oh wow, look at this. This is so interesting. So someone here wants to come forward towards you, like I mentioned, right? They may send you a gift, because I see here a bouquet of flowers. And this can, again, represent any kind of a gift. But there's definitely a gift here that I see. Can be romantic, can be a romantic gesture, but it could also be a friend or someone that wants to reconnect with you. So keep that in mind as well. You've got a ring here, which also signifies commitment. Some of you may receive commitment, but for others of you, this can also be commitment towards yourself as well. You know, committing towards yourself. And you've also got, again, another flower. So some of you may literally be receiving flowers, but also there's a real sense of personal growth and personal development and blooming, which is happening for you as well, where you are blooming, you are growing as yourself, or like within yourself, should I say. You've got here another flower as well, but it's embellished as well. So things are looking better. Things are looking so much nicer, right? You know what I mean? Things are looking so much better in your life than they were in the past. So again, things are aesthetically and emotionally looking way better. See? Wow. You know, a cactus or a cacti is very prickly, right? But here it is all dressed up. It's like, it's looking so decorative in many ways. Some of you might actually be decorating your space, and you might actually be decorating with flowers maybe, or decorating with different plants. But here I just see that the difficult parts in your life are being dressed up, and you're actually using them to reflect back and thinking, wow, you know what, actually that really helped me, that made me feel better, that actually made me a stronger person. So the difficult parts of your life are actually helping you, allowing you to be stronger, making you feel stronger and better basically within yourself. So you got that little teapot there as well, you know, it's like you're using it as fuel to grow even more. And you know, you sort of got that greenery as well. Remember I mentioned that as well, you know, green to do with the heart chakra, and again you've got sort of leaves and stems as well, so it's connecting you to your heart and it's connecting you to personal growth as well. And then you've got this ring here as well, which says all of these different things. It says love, dream, hope, trust, love, dream, hope, trust. It keeps going round. So this is really you building that circle of trust within yourself, looking after yourself, putting yourself first, and really just building this very nice circle of strength for you, and taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, and trusting yourself, loving yourself, you know, dreaming and hoping for better days, and actually having them as well. And that's something I really see here. It's really beautiful. It's like a little steering wheel. You guys, I've been watching a lot of Formula One. Okay, that's why this is happening. But like, literally, you know, using this as a steering wheel to guide yourself, but also to believe that there is still more coming. This is you literally driving your chariot. You're not letting someone else drive your life for you, right? You're driving your own chariot. And that's the thing. That's what I see here you doing. You're no longer putting it in other people's hands as much. You're putting it really within yourself as well, and allowing the universe to ensure that there are not too many obstacles and challenges on the roads, you know, the roads where you're driving your chariot. As simple as that, right? Because the universe can put some obstacles and your chariot will come to a stop. But this is you trusting the universe that, you know what, I hope you won't put in that little roadblock, and so my chariot can just go sailing nicely across the road. Sailing, driving across the road. Anyway, so this is your reading. Okay, so things are looking much better over the next 7 days for you, and this is your reading, group number 3. So if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on Etsy. Fortune cookies are also on sale on my Etsy as well. And definitely take care, everyone. Bye!